about you add yourself to the stage? Hey, and welcome, you guys. I apologize. It has been a day. Your girl has gone back to work this week, and I am just trying my best to keep it all together. Okay. But we're here, and we're going to get into talking about Bel-Air season 3, episodes 4 through 6. We'll try not to keep you too long, even though it's 3 episodes. But listen, Bel-Air been Bel-Airing, and actually, let me not blame Bel-Air. I'm gonna blame Peacock because I really do enjoy. That's bothered me. I really do enjoy Bel-Air, but one thing that has bothered me is the way that they dropped them. So we got the first 3, which okay, fine. You know, sometimes Hulu, Apple, they give you 1 or 2, or they give you 2 or 3 to start, and then we do 1 episode each, and I'm cool with that. But 3, 3, 2, 2, not a huge fan. But that's what we're dealing with. I still enjoy the show. I'm still watching. I know I didn't get my other review up for you guys. I'm going to try to get it up there before, the new one comes out. But, we're going to get into the live. And I got a guest that's going to be here with me too. Hey, Kendall. Yes, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and turn your notification bells. Got it also scrolling on the bottom of the screen just in case. Hey, Monique 69 Ways doing a drive-by. Thank you for coming through. Yeah, we're going to talk about the thing, you guys. We're going to talk about the things. Hold on 1 second. Why does mine look like this? Okay. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. We got 3 episodes to get into, so we're going to get started. I just did a little collage, you guys, because, it's a lot. It's a lot. That's what they said. What I saw is it said 3, 3, and then that's 6, and it's 10 in total. So what I saw was 2 and 2, next 2 weeks, and it's gonna finish right before Power and right before Fight Night, which is actually on Peacock. So that's what I saw. 3, 3, 2, 2. Inga and I were having this conversation. I was hoping it wasn't so, and then it was so. It was so. So here we are. Hey, LaMarcus, thanks for coming through. My guest is ready. She see me? I'm going to bring my guest up so we can get into the things. Or at least I'm going to try because all the technical difficulties. Hey, Inga.
Hey. I'm here. I'm just doing something behind the scenes, but I'm here.
I know, because I just mentioned, I was like, is she ready? I was like, is she? I know
No, I'm here. Because I'm trying to get my own little stuff together too. So I'm here.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm back. I love everybody been asking for me. How y'all doing?
In the building. How was your trip? Everything was good?
Everything was good. Yeah, I had to talk to you about it, girls. A whole lot going on. But it was good.
All right.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. But I just want to know before we get started. This is my question is pertaining to Bel-Air. I just want to know the person's name, address, email, phone number who I need to bust in the mouth for dropping all these damn episodes all at one time. Okay. This is not Netflix. I'm used to it with Netflix. Okay. But this is not that. Why are you dropping all these? And you hadn't been doing this before. If you had been doing it, then I'd be like, okay, that's your format. We know that's Netflix's format.
Right.
They drop, 5 or 6 of them at one time. Okay. I'm
either
used
the
to
whole thing or in batches.
Yeah, we know. Netflix been doing it since the beginning of time. Yeah. We know that. So I'm not mad with them when they do it. Yep. I already know their format. But Peacock has been doing this.
2. Apple gonna give you 2 or 3.
Yeah, even HBO Max might give you 1 or 2, but they don't give you all of them. They want you to keep coming back every week. That's the whole purpose. You know what I'm saying? So I just know I need to know who I need to call, show up at their door, bust somebody in the nose. I don't know who I need to talk to, but I'm not happy with it.
Management.
Because I got too much other stuff going on. I got to do I got the Power Book 2. I got to do the fight night. I got Reasonable Doubt. I got the movie night with the other ladies.
Right?
I
Love marriage too.
things, documentaries. I'm sitting here behind the scenes trying to say, "Oh Lord, what I got to do?" You know what I'm saying? So
Checking your list and checking it twice.
low in my real life, because YouTube is not my real life. My
Right.
real life job, they getting on my nerves and piling more stuff on me. So I
Girl,
can
talk about it.
figure this out. Okay. Hey Shayna, how you doing? What's up, DeMarcus?
So yeah, DeMarcus says the
Yes.
same thing. 3-3-2-2 because of the return of Thursday night football, Power Book 2 Ghost, and Fight
But
Night.
what does Thursday
I
night football and all that got to do with anything? That don't
Well, I know
I
they do have
ain't man.
sports on Peacock. I don't really watch them because like the Olympics were on Peacock, but
Well, that's
they
true.
should have
I
just moved
mean, yeah.
Bel-Air up. You know what I'm saying? Because we got Bel-Air in the middle of August. We didn't have that much well, I know they had Love Island, but they could have even if they moved it up a couple of weeks, we still would have been in better shape because I think Love Island ended like the end of July. So even right in that slot, we could have put it
But
there.
something.
And
I
then
ain't buying that because
they could have
everybody
gave
don't
us
watch Love
3
Island and
stars.
everybody don't watch
Yeah,
the
I
Thursday
agree.
night football. I'm saying it's not like
Right.
you know what I'm saying.
I mean, that's how I
I,
feel about it too. Like, why can't we just let it live? You can have more than one
just
thing
let
on
it
at one
live. I
time.
mean, because everybody don't watch all the things,
Right.
so they put it up there, and those that
Let the chips fall
watch
where
it.
they
Those that
may.
don't. You know, I don't know. So yeah, and
And
I
this
was
is
listening.
also called because typically they drop Bel-Air around February. So you could have dropped it sooner.
Yeah, I was
You
listening
could
to
have
you
dropped it
behind the
sooner.
scenes and how you said you was unhappy. That's why I said I just need to know
Yeah.
who the heck I need to call, email, show up at their door, and have a conversation with them because
Just turn the air off.
it's just ridiculous. So we gonna get through it. But it's a bit much. Oh, Shayna said her invite must got lost in the um, no, wait a minute, hold up. I didn't think she was watching it. Let me
You
see.
wasn't feeling well, boo boo. You are always
I
welcome.
didn't even think she was watching it. If she wants to, I'll send her the link now if she want to pop in. But I didn't think
Yeah.
she was even watching it.
Yeah,
I
see,
mean,
Kendall says, I know it's weird being the premiere was 2 weeks ago and season 3. Yeah, season 3 is great, but it's just making me so fucked. Look, I even got my Bel-Air shirt on for you guys. Okay, because I did season 1. So for season 1, I had I took my son's Bel-Air jersey and I was rocking that for my season 1 recap. So I bought the Bel-Air jersey out, a new one, and they just rushed the whole season away.
that's what I'm saying. They did 3, then 3. Now
3.
the season is almost over.
Yep, 3, 3,
You
2,
know what I'm
2.
saying? We haven't.
10 episodes in 4 weeks.
I feel like we haven't really enjoyed it. Even though I like the season, so that's not what I'm saying. That I'm not. It's not the acting. I like the acting. I like the story. All of that I'm liking. Okay, I'm saying I haven't had a chance to let it marinate. I feel like I'm rushing. You get what I'm saying? I feel like I'm
Yeah.
rushing. I'm
It
rushing
definitely it
through it.
definitely messed me up because it's a show
Yeah.
that I enjoy. So like I said, if they wanted to experiment with giving us 3 for the first, kind of like Hulu or Apple, I was going to let it live because I thought we was going to get 1 a week. We was going to pace ourselves. We're going to be able to digest the episodes, really get into them, really enjoy them, and just kind of take our time along with everything else. But they were like, no, here's another 3, and then we're going to come back with 2 and 2, and then that's going to be it.
Okay,
So
Shayna, hurry up and catch up so you can
yeah.
join us on
Thank
the
you,
on
Kendall.
next week or this weekend or whatever we doing.
Child, you know how it do. This week,
Yeah,
Sunday.
this
Sunday, we're
week.
gonna
Yeah.
be back on track.
Yeah, we'll be back on track. Yeah. So hurry up and catch up, Shane, and then you can join us on Sunday. Um, yeah, it's just too much because I feel like I'm not having the time to let it marinate. I'm just rushing through it. So because we got to get the
Okay, she says
content
you got
out.
to catch up on 5, 6.
Mm-hmm. So anyway.
DeMarcus says he likes the format because there's no breaks. That episode was mid. I then let it be mid. That's what we have to deal with sometimes. You listen, Mr. Power. You know sometimes Power Book Ghosts don't be hitting, and we got to talk about a filler episode. It happens. Like it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like just stand on it. It's
But
okay.
that's why they should just do one episode at a time so that people can let things marinate and get into it. But I guess they're not thinking about the content creators. They
No, they
just
just
think
thinking about like the average audience, which yeah, I can binge, but I
no.
don't
If
know.
I wasn't doing this, if we wasn't doing this, or I'm gonna speak for me, if I wasn't doing it, it would binge watching a TV show ain't no thing. I've binge watched
Right.
many
I
shows,
don't know if I want to
but I
binge watch
wasn't I
Bel-Air
wasn't
though.
reviewing them. So if I'm not reviewing them, I
Bel-Air
can
ain't
binge
that.
watch
I
the
don't. I
show.
don't gotta binge Bel-Air. Like
No,
some stuff
there's
you
no.
want to binge. Like I don't need to binge Bel-Air.
No, it's not that type of thing like that. It's not like I'm watching, one of them shows like, oh my God, I can't wait to the next.
I'm not
It's
rushing it.
not.
I'm just saying
Yeah.
they have mid episodes also. We have to admit that. So I'm not rushing it. I'm just saying.
No, I don't think he's saying us. I think he meant them,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, it
No,
can't
he
be
said
us
please
because
don't
we're
rush
not
Power Book
rushing it.
2
I don't
part
want
2.
them to rush anything. Don't just drop all
Yeah.
the episodes in one time. And like, I'm gonna be pissed if Stars all of a sudden just drop off the last 5 episodes in one time and
Oh,
then like
don't say
bye.
that.
Yeah,
I
then
would
I'm like,
cry.
oh no, and I still only gonna do one at a time. I don't care. So, because yeah, yeah, when you're a content creator, one at a time. If you're just
Yeah,
a
some
person like,
some people do that because like I know Mo, like when they dropped all of that last one, them the scare, even though they dropped them all at once, I think he did like one a
one or two at a
day.
time. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So I get that, but I don't have
yeah,
time for that. I'm a weekend warrior. I don't have time for that.
yeah,
Y'all
yeah.
are y'all are already working into my
People
tight
like,
schedule.
some of the people like him, this is their full-time thing. I got other things
Yes.
going on. Nothing to get. I'm not crapping on that. I'm saying
No,
that's
it's
their
look for those
full-time
that can.
thing, so
That's
they can
great.
put out content all through the day. They go live in the middle of the afternoon, stuff like that. I can't. So I only
Yep.
can do
I'll be
little bit.
enjoying from work. Like, say that.
Right, right, right. Let me see the TV show. That's what I'm saying, and
Yeah,
I'm trying to do
that's
that
what
too. So
DeMarcus
I don't know
said
what's
too. But
Yeah, let's hurry up and get through this
if we
thing.
do one at a time, we could still do that. But it's when you drop 2 and 3. Like, what am I supposed to do with that?
Now with that show, with the fighting, they all dropping all of them at one time. I think.
Oh, okay. How
I
many
think.
episodes for that?
I think
6, 7?
I forgot. It's not
Oh,
a
they
lot. It's a
getting up the
limited
whole.
series, so
Okay.
it's not going to be an ongoing thing like Bel-Air and them other
I
shows.
haven't decided what I want to do with that. I don't
I'm
know
gonna
if
do
I'm
it,
gonna
but
recap
what
it
the
or
thing
not.
is, I'm gonna do it with the other lady.
Yeah.
So it's helpful when you have a group. So,
Right.
yeah. At least I think I'm doing with them. I'm up here saying what I'm doing. I gotta talk to her. I mean, Tamika, are we doing it? I got to talk to them.
All right, so I got a
Anyway,
couple pictures up here for this collage. I forgot to put the one picture I forgot to put up there was OG Jeffrey. I really, really meant to put up there OG Jeffrey. But we do get started in episode 4 with LaMarcus. LaMarcus gets rushed to the hospital. He's okay. Long story short, he has a heart
mhm.
condition that he never knew about. And so now they're recommending open heart surgery. But then his dad comes in, is ready for him to get back out there. Um, and Hillary is not feeling it. What are your thoughts on the daddy rushing? I didn't realize the dad was a professional football player, but what are your thoughts on the dad kind of
Well,
rushing the
I
whole
didn't know
thing?
that until this episode. I don't think they talked about that before.
No, no,
Yeah,
because
I mean, it
I was gonna
wasn't
say
no.
because we kind of just got LaMarcus because I was
But
like,
we did
sir,
because
why are
we
you
didn't meet
watching him?
his parents, and we don't know nothing about this guy.
Right.
Like, so that's why, to be honest with you, if they were to unalive him, I'm not going to be upset because um
Yeah,
or
we
take
did
him
think
out.
They were gonna pull a Trevor on us for a
That's
second.
what, yeah, yeah. And if they did it, I'll still be okay with it because I'm like, he's not like a character that we had for the last 2
Yeah.
seasons that we were invested into. Um,
But
we
do
didn't
you
even know.
think
We don't even,
him, especially coming from him playing professional football, that he should rush his son back out there? The boy could have had a concussion or any old thing. Do you
well,
think that was
that's
a
how a
smart
lot of
decision
those
as his father?
football parents are. You know what I'm saying? They just
Yeah,
lie them off. Not just football. I mean sports parents.
that's true.
It could be basketball, it could be tennis, anything. That's how a lot of them are. They put a lot of pressure on their children. No matter what, the leg could be broke, the neck could be broke. They get out there and play anyway
Some
because
duct tape and get with it.
yeah, put some tape around there and going out there. Take some Tylenol, get on back out there. Yeah.
All
So,
right.
yeah,
So
I don't really have no major thoughts on the father. I just thought that was not good, just pushing him
yeah.
out there and, you know, like, what are you doing?
So Jeffrey kind of corners Will a little bit and asks him, "So, what happened with Frederick?" And Will kind of just holds back and is like, "Yeah, it went so fast, you know. I don't think Frederick is into nothing." I said, ugh. And so then when they get to the meeting with Quentin, he tells Carlton, and Carlton is worried about it. Um, and they're at the meeting for Young, Gifted, and Black, talking about Investors Day. And I felt like Will is our hustler, and Carlton is like our strategy in business. So they're bumping heads a little bit, going over, what the company is about, them selling the T-shirts. Carlton is frustrated with Will's decision because afterwards Will has decided to get the hookup from Jazz and ain't heard back from the man. And Quentin told them that, he kind of wanted to see everybody turn a profit by the end of the summer. So they're kind of worried about that. But Lou clearly got into Will's head. So Will does not want any handouts. So how do you feel about this situation here with Jeffrey and Will and Carlton and this stinking Lou, which I guess I might have to give Lou a little bit of the reprieve at the end, but for now.
I'm still not a fan of Lou. I don't care about him crying and telling his story. That's to me, all that he's saying, still not an excuse of why you ain't been in your child's life. Now, if you locked up in prison, okay, that might be our only reason why I ain't seen you, because you was locked away. But other than that, he been out. He was out when he was in Philadelphia. He was out, and then he been out here in California.
Now you up the block,
and you're still now and he still got like a attitude, almost like he still seems like he got a violent
old chip on his shoulder.
I still feel like he got some violence in him. He just seemed like I don't know. I'm just still not.
Watching this, I was kind of like, but watching this, I said, Ginger Snaps ain't wrong. Ginger Snaps ain't wrong because
you see the mothers. It's a reason why the mothers don't want nothing to do with him.
Yeah, because when we got to, I think, episode 6, Vi was like, if he get loud, he start acting crazy, I'm leaving.
Yeah, I said, she about ready to put her hands and feet on the man. That's how she felt.
I said, Ginger Snaps knew what she was talking about.
Yeah,
Vi was not having it. So what else do we have? Joan will not Viv's friend Joan is back in episode 4. And she's telling her about she may have found the Neiman Fellow, or actually the girl found her. Her name is Destiny, and she lives in the grandmother's garage, and she's kind of like an unconventional candidate, but Joan is just kind of telling her to jump out there. And
I'm not feeling something. I got my third eye on that girl.
Yeah, Joan. Who, Destiny or Joan?
The girl who's do the painting, whatever Destiny. Her name is. Okay, I ain't know her name, but that young girl by like. Do you just think that, like, why they put her in here? So, what was the reason of them giving us this? Cause some reason I don't know why.
We got 4 episodes left. You think they're gonna do something with her?
I don't know. I mean, I'm just thinking she might not be on the up and up or something. I don't know. It just seemed too smooth.
50-50 with her because she does give a little bit, we'll get into a little bit of a stalker vibes, but at the same time, this is just like somebody I feel like she looks up to. So it could be something or it could be nothing. Like I'm teeter-tottering with both feet on the side of the fence. So yeah.
LaMarcus said Lou didn't have violence in him. I mean, we don't know that. We don't know. We just didn't see it. But it's just something about it. It's just
verbally
verbal,
nonetheless. Yeah. So that's no good either. Whether your volume is escalated or not, right? That's not a good thing. But
right.
Vi definitely was like, if he starts yelling and talking ish, I said, well. So Joan is kind of telling her to go with her gut. Viv got other things on her mind because she got the whole Phil thing on her mind. So she tells her about that, but she's not trusting her gut because of the thing that happened with Phil and because she missed the mark with Carlton. So she's trying to get her to do a little vape, and they decided they're going to have a girls' night a little bit later. Phil tells Jeffrey that he's right. He wants to sever ties with Erica, and that Erica told Viv, and he wants to do the new development, and G is on board, but now they got to get Campbell on board. And at this point, did you know? I felt like when we watched the first 3 episodes, it was going to be a problem for Jazz. Did you know then, or did you know now that it was going to be a problem with this whole development and?
No, I felt that when remember the previous episode. I don't remember which
Yeah,
one it was,
one
whether
through
it was
three.
episode 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
But I felt that, and I said, I think we talked about it. Said like when he couldn't pay his taxes, and then when we got introduced to the guy,
Right.
is it
Campbell.
the actor Dule Hill?
Dule, yes.
Yeah, his it's called Omar. Is his name character Omar or
Omar
something?
Campbell, I think.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When all that construction stuff, I said, oh, Uncle Phil is some kind of way is gonna get tied up in this thing, and he's gonna end up buying the business, or the business gonna get. They're gonna end up buying that, knocking that shopping center down. I
Yeah.
kept saying, remember we talked about like gentrification.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
think
what I
it's gonna
kind of
happen.
thought too. And I
Yeah.
was like, I didn't, because I
Thank
think
you, DeMarcus.
Jeff,
DeMarcus on top of with all the people's names because I don't remember everybody's name. But
yes.
thank you.
I think did Jeffrey bring the client to him? Because when they played it back, I'm like, is this a client that Jeffrey brought to him? And then I was surprised that we were going to go in this direction, because you just were a couple episodes back talking about helping Jazz with the funding to save the business. So now I was just like, this is not going to be too good. I mean, Uncle Phil clearly don't care, as we're going to see by the time we get to episode 6. But I was like, ooh, Lord. DeMarcus said he liked Joan. And Kendall said
who
she
was
be in the
Joan? That was
that's her friend, Viv's friend, that came to visit her with the vape.
Yeah. But I guess I ain't even say I like or dislike. Like she was just there. I didn't say I like or
she does a bit much sometimes, but I don't, they haven't showed her. Well,
I'm not invested in her. So if she don't come back,
I feel like
then I'm
she kind of
cool.
was condoning the BS with Michael Ealy's character on season 1. So I do keep my good eye on her.
Okay. Oh yeah,
but
because she wanted I can't remember what happened now. Didn't she want him to wasn't her girlfriend or wasn't Vivian to she was encouraging the flirting around with him, right? Yeah. I think, yeah.
And I don't feel like she's not encouraging, and I feel like she's encouraging it with the chef too. So I don't know. Look, maybe that's just what she does.
Oh yeah, because she's the one who grabbed the phone and started liking all the pictures, right? Wasn't it her?
She grabbed the phone. I think the other one was liking the pictures though.
Oh, okay.
The Sosa. Steph, I think, was her character in the show.
Said Joan tried to hook up Jeffrey in season 1. Okay.
Okay. See? Kendall says
I didn't go back and rewatch season 1. I did watch season 2 before.
I didn't watch season 1 either.
I didn't go back and rewatch it. Yeah.
I did like the season. I wasn't a fan of Michael Ealy, but I had to play catch up with season 2. So this definitely was not going to be season 1 and season 2.
I did season 1 just so I could be refreshed for this season.
Right.
So I may not remember every little nook and cranny from season 1 right now.
I don't know what happened to Joan liking Jeffrey, Kendall.
No. I guess they just it wasn't that important, so they just moved on from it.
Yeah, we don't got no time. They said we don't got no time for that.
Wrap it up. Because we got Carlton and all them with their problems, so we not focused. And Jeffrey got bigger problems, so they just probably moved
we
on.
Still trying to hold on to poor Ashley. Like, come on, we doing a little bit better, but we still need to do more. Right. So Jazz decides to go pay Hillary a visit at the hospital and bring some of Mama's coconut bars and an apology. And I said, oh God. So she says he's right, that she runs when she, things get too tough, and that's just what she was, that she loved her man. And I was like, okay. So then his boo had came up, and I said, how long do you think it's going to be before the two of them get together? Because I mean, LaMarcus cool and all, and I know what we said in episode 6, but I just really, in my head, in my heart of hearts, see her getting back with Jazz. Do you think she's going to get back with Jazz by the end of the season?
That's a good question. I think she's going to hang in there with this guy for a minute.
Okay.
I know she's been for some reason they might have they might have a falling out though, her and LaMarcus.
Yeah,
they might have some type of falling out because he's going to try to get something. Remember we talked about the dad, right? He probably could still get unalive because the dad is trying to push him back on that field. The next time somebody crashed into him and he fought, he said he had a heart condition or something, right?
Yes.
That might he might be taken out. Might be taken
Yeah.
out. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
You have to be careful with
that's my
that because
theory. That's my
when they
theory.
have those heart, well, I guess they didn't catch it when he was younger because when you have those heart conditions, you have to be cleared to play sports. So, like I know that for a fact with mine, but
But
yeah,
I
he
think
didn't
this
know.
guy is lying, and they might just they want, you know how sometimes with
He's
sports
an adult
they
though, so he goes to the doctor by himself. He don't gotta go with his mommy and daddy no more. That's why I figured like
nah,
he should
but
have
doesn't, yeah, but they some I still believe sometime even in the NFL and NBA, they probably
they lied
push
to
people to
him.
get back out there, knowing that their knee is messed up, their leg, arm, anything is messed up, and
Yeah,
then next thing you know, they get hurt worse. So because they're trying to win games, they don't really care about you as the player. They're trying to win games. So,
for
and
sure.
he's being influenced by the coach,
His dad,
the dad, and whoever, you know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying. I just
His,
let's keep
probably
out.
his agent, because I'm sure he
Let's
got
put
one of
a
those.
pin in that one with him, because we might end up revisiting him like
If
being hurt
he,
more.
if yeah, I was gonna say
Maybe not
if they
even on
do
the
pull a
live, but
Trevor
he
on
could
us,
just be
okay.
hurt more, and she might end up walking away from this. So yeah, we put a pin in that because I think we're gonna revisit that again. Yeah.
So we may get them still like Shayna says, they'll probably prolong it. So maybe next season if we get into season 4, and if y'all do give us a season 4, which we want a season 4, don't do the schedule. I'm gonna leave it alone. So
Yeah.
who shows up? Lisa shows up at the house with Amira for it's her day off. She wanted to do a double date on the beach, but Will and Carlton at each other's neck because Will
Mm-hmm.
don't think Carlton cares, and Carlton think Will is hard headed. They button heads a little bit. So because he's talking about Will's ego. So they get out there on the beach. The ladies are trying to help them diffuse the situation. They play a little volleyball, and it's boys versus girls, but these two is just struggling to just even play together. Like, yeah, I can't even get it together to play the game of volleyball. Y'all just so irritated with each other. So then we
Mm-hmm.
get Phil and Jeffrey go visit the construction site, and the councilwoman is there. Um, and she's talking about gentrification versus, I forgot what she called it, urban renewal. But Campbell, like you said, Dulay's character, which is funny because he went to the same college as me, but I think he either graduated or left right before I got there because my ex knows him. But I was like, oh, Dulay.
Yeah,
So
he's a great actor. I like that guy.
yeah, he's really
Mm-hmm.
good. And he's married to, oh God, the lady from Raising Dion. I can't think of her name.
Mm. I
So
wonder.
Camp.
You see Shayna's comment, and see, this is where I'm saying too. I agree with this. The dad may
They
convince him to
convince him.
break up with Hillary because it's in his best interest to continue to keep playing,
Yeah.
and she doesn't want him to keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? So, um, yeah, we're gonna revisit that. We had to put a pin in that one, Shane. Probably next week or so, we might end up getting more information on that.
She had a break, DeMarcus. Lisa can't have no break. Because you Team Jackie. That's why I have a feeling. That's why you telling Lisa to get
So
just
Jackie
shut up
ass
and
in the
swim.
fire.
DeMarcus says, "Shut up and swim." All right, all right, all right.
Mm.
So they visit the construction site. She gets up there. She speaks her speech. Campbell gets up there. The people don't like what he has to say. So Uncle Phil kind of jumps in because he's good with his words and he's a lawyer, so he knows all the things. He says something about, I guess, them having like a town hall meeting because he's like, I didn't say that. He's like, you need it. So he hires Uncle Phil to be his attorney or whatever you want to call it. I wasn't happy with it because I saw the writing on the wall. So so Aunt Viv is down here, putting her little good lipstick on. She about to go
Mm-hmm.
hang out with her girls. Uncle
Mm-hmm.
Phil wants to have a conversation in the most inopportune times. She's like, I just want 5 minutes, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So she goes, takes her 5 minutes. They out there nursing the bar with their little drink. That would be me because I'm probably in that age range until Steph, played by Melissa DeSosa, comes. She the turn up friend. So they get out there, they, drinking, partying, dancing with the guys. Aunt Viv got her Meg knees going on, getting low. And then when they sit down to talk, we talk about Chef Bay. We start to look at his
Child.
IG.
I
And
can get
yeah.
down there, y'all. But it's the getting up part now, because your girl is in her 50s. So I can get down there. Yeah, I can still I can get down there, Shayna. I can get down there. But it's the getting up part. Like, y'all might have to help your girl get back up. The knees ain't
I'm
kneeing no
not far
more.
behind
Okay.
you either. I
The
don't got no
knees
meg
are
knees
not
no more
kneeing.
either.
Okay. That's what they not doing. So
Amen.
but
That's why
I
we gotta
enjoyed
go. We gotta
I
go
enjoyed
about
her
to the
having a good
middle so we
time.
can get down and up easy. If we go too low,
Mm-hmm.
then it's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
a process.
Yeah, I
That's
need to
a
grab onto a chair so I can like pull myself. Yeah, it's nothing. Something. I don't go out like I used to like that. That's why
me
I did
neither.
relate to Miss to Aunt Vivian, because
She's
like
like, I just need to let my
once in a
hair
blue moon,
down.
when one of my girlfriends are having like a little birthday, a little something, and
Mm-hmm.
they want to do, and we go out like that, we do have a great time like that.
Mm-hmm.
All the stuff she was doing, dancing and all that.
Right.
But the next day is the recovery after the fact.
Okay.
The
Yeah, that's
recovery
why
ain't
me
the
and my best
same.
friend we do like a lot of happy hours. That way you can drink early and get your act together and go home. Or we
Right.
haven't done a day party, but we could probably do a little nice, little cute little day party. Have your
Mhm,
little drink, your
mhm,
little shimmy, shimmy, shaking, and
mhm.
take your ass home.
Right, right.
Yeah, so um so the boys are out. There's no dinner. Hillary comes over for family dinner. There's no dinner. It's just her and what you gonna say?
I'm laughing at Shayna. She said, "I can't even get down there. Look, I can get halfway, maybe not all the way
But
down
you
to the
don't say
ground.
because you
I can't
tall,
spread the
Shayna.
eagle style all the way down to the ground, but I can get halfway down there, and then I say, okay, I gotta get back up."
I can drop it low. I pick it up
Yeah,
slow. It's a little struggling. It's a little
it's a
struggling.
struggle. Yeah, the knees ain't kneeing.
So Hillary comes over for family
Mhm.
dinner. The boys is still out. They ain't got back yet. Viv is in the street. So it's her Uncle Phil. They sit down, have a little girl dinner. I said it's kind of like a little mini charcuterie. He wasn't really for it, but they start talking
Mhm.
about LaMarcus, and I like how he told her like, no, it is your place. They start to talk about him getting back into it. And then she says, she's not perfect. And he says he's not perfect either. I said, not y'all relating more than because y'all both been naughty now. Erica did the kissing. Are we gonna say Jazz did the kissing? But they both in the same position.
Right,
So then she goes to the hospital and find him scooting around, looking like he about to pass out. And she's
right.
kind of telling him that he needs to take his time to heal, but
He
he's
can't
been
even get up and go
busy.
to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? So he
He was
talking
like,
about
I
getting
thought he
back
was
on
gonna
the
crash on
football
that.
field.
I thought he was gonna crash on that floor before she came in. I said, "Oh, they're about
Right,
to take him out, Lord. He about to
right.
crash."
He all hooked up to the cords and dragging the oxygen thing around
Looking like he just gave birth.
the
I said,
heart
"Not you looking
monitor.
like a mom fresh off a C-section." I said, "That's how I was looking, scooting around." Anyway,
Mm.
so she's come tells him, "Get back in the bed. You need time to heal." But he's looking at the negative comments on social media, which you
You
shouldn't
should
even do
not
as
do
an
that.
average Joe, but definitely
Mhm.
as somebody that's
As a
famous.
celebrity, I don't think I would
Don't
be
look.
read no comments on. I'll
Get
turn my
somebody else
comments
to do
off.
it. Hire
Yeah.
somebody else to run your social media. Do that.
Yeah, and I would have it where your comments are turned off, so nobody can't even comment on anything I'm posting. So
But I think he
yeah,
also was. Did they have a news article or just was social media? I can't remember. But I was like,
I think it
oh
was social
Lord.
media, and people was like, "You washed up, you done, you
Yeah, they
this
were
and
saying he
that,
was
and all
washed
that,"
up.
and he was getting upset about it. So he was in his feelings.
Yeah. So we have the beach scene is coming to an end. Lisa is teaching Will some business lingo, but they trying to, get a little twist, little strip tease. You guess it. I'm gonna take a piece of clothes off. Carlton and Amira head home, and this scene racked my nerves so bad. You said it before that Amira was not good for him. Viv said Amira was not good for him, and I was like, we can't do this. So he's telling her they're talking about the business. He said he can't afford to mess up because he doesn't have any other plans. He wants to go to an NA meeting, which was an excellent idea, but she says she has another plan. It was turning her on when he was doing the racing with Will. And so she
Mm-hmm,
tells him to speed
mm-hmm,
up. So he starts speeding up. I was so scared that he was going to crash.
mm-hmm.
Then she decides to go ahead and put her face in the place while he's driving. I said, his eyes is closed. We not looking. We speeding. This is going to go all bad. But it's Bel-Air, so they didn't do that to
I
us.
thought he was gonna go right
But
off the cliff somewhere.
yeah,
I
I said,
yeah.
this going to be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
This going
And
to be a
I really thought
problem.
that he was gonna at least crash, not be on the live, but just crash
Right.
the
Looks to
car.
be a
Yeah,
little banged up. I like so much for
yeah.
your doors,
Hmm.
sir. So much for
Yeah, I
getting your
know she
doors
ain't
back
no good,
up.
and you see, and she puts too much on him, and and we'll get to that part at when she came to the house and all that. But yeah, I don't think that she's a good fit for
Like you
him.
said, they're
Trauma
codependent.
bonding,
Yes. So it's like,
codependent, codependent, trauma bonded with each other. Yeah. Hmm.
and it's like, especially where they're at, because
And
she's
she's
gonna
been
send
in
her.
multiple what did she been a
She's a repeat
frequent
offender.
flyer.
She said,
Yeah. With the yeah, with in the
the
rehab place. So yeah.
the position they're in, where they're going into rehab, she's been there more than once. This is his first time. Your issue with being there is getting high. So now we're gonna go chase highs another way. I was like, girl, this is
I think
trouble.
that either by
You
the
don't.
end of the series, either he's going to finally wake up and get rid of her,
I
or
hope
it's
so.
going to end on something where it ends bad for him too. Not on the line, but just something bad will happen. Like might end up back in
I
the
hope not, because he's
yeah.
making good progress. If something happens to her, we just
Mm.
met her out,
Oh yeah, yeah.
hey
That's what I'm
Sarah
saying.
Sarah,
Like LaMarcus and this girl
Amira,
Amir, they could yeah. If they get
extra
gone,
characters.
yeah. If they gone, that nobody's going to miss them. You know. Or Jackie too. If she gone, ain't nobody gonna. I'm not gonna miss her.
The fella's gonna miss her.
Yeah. There's some ladies that's Team Jackie, like EJ's
That's
Team
true.
Jessica. Some ladies that's
Yeah.
Team Jackie. I'm
And
not.
I think for the same reason, the whole thing with Lisa, and I get it, and I hate that, and I kind of hate that they did this on the spinoff, because Lisa wasn't with Carlton and Will on the spinoff, and she is on this one, so that's why they don't really feel her like that. And I get that, but just character wise, I'm like, it is what it is. So Viv is kind of telling the ladies, like, she needed to pick me up. She hasn't had the energy for talking to Phil or doing anything else with him. She says it's been 2 months, and I was like, 2 months with it laying neck. Okay. I said, does she not want her husband no more? I was starting
Mm-hmm.
a little worried. She said she thought that they were going to be over the drama. The ladies are kind of, telling her, they're talking back and forth. Everybody has their struggles. I think at this point, was this at the point they started to talk about they looked up the girls' IG and was talking about going over there, but they was too toasted to go. I said, baby, no, don't y'all go over there. But I think they were too toasted to go. So that was funny. Carlton
Mm-hmm.
gets home. He's on a little bit of a high, but he gets there before curfew. Jeffrey commends him on like keeping up on what he's been, standing on business, on what he's supposed to be doing with his sobriety. And he
Mm-hmm.
confesses to the street racing. And he started to say something about Frederick, but G was like, I got Frederick. Don't you worry. I said, okay.
Mm-hmm.
We
Mm-hmm.
knew he was on it. So Viv comes home late. Phil wants to talk, but she, not
They
tonight,
ain't the
Phil.
time to talk. Like 4 o'clock in the morning. Ain't time to be.
Not
I'm
tonight. I
tired. My
don't know
feet.
why he
You
even
see,
thought
she ain't have
that.
her heels on. Her feet hurt.
She was
Her
like, "Oh,
corns.
what you doing up?
No, this ain't the time to be talking.
What you doing up?" They're peeling back the layers and showing us. Yeah, they are. Hey, Candy. Let's just look through these here really quickly, because we want to wrap this episode up when we're done with episode 4. Yeah, he doesn't need. You're right, Kendall. He doesn't need Lisa or Jackie, to be perfectly honest. So the next morning, Will talks to Carlton. They come to an agreement. Will still doesn't want to take a handout, but they finally get these doggone shirts delivered. And instead of getting 1,000 shirts, instead of getting 100 shirts, they got 1,000 shirts, and the payment is due in like,
I
did
got
they
a
say?
question about the shirt thing. What
Uh-huh.
is really the business? Like the business is selling shirts. That's what the business is. I thought it was something else, and the shirts
I
was
think
just
the
to
shirts are like
advertise the business.
merch and promotion for the business.
Oh,
She
okay,
said,
but
"What
what
does
is
the
the
business
business?
do?"
But what is really Blackccess, whatever it's called? What is really the business? I don't even. I didn't really understand it. I think it's just me. It
Uh,
might went over my head, but I ain't understand.
Look, now I'm thinking about it. What is the business? Because like I know they're selling the t-shirts, and the hoodies and all the merch, and that's supposed to be for a profit, and they're gonna give 50% to Black businesses.
Okay, okay.
But beyond that, I don't know if they kind of got, and I'm just forgetting what the nitty gritty of it is, but
Hmm.
they selling the things and they're gonna get
Yeah,
50% of
but
the profits,
they
because
gonna
they
get.
said that at the meeting.
But they got 7 days to sell 1,000 shirts.
Uh Yeah.
That's what isn't that what the guy said? That the
Yeah, because
payment was in
because the
7
payment was
days?
due in 7 days. Yes, absolutely. Who's Team Jackie? I think she said EJ, but EJ's not here. Look, Kendall said, "Not I, not I," said
Yeah, well,
Kendall.
lot of people are.
Yeah, a
Hmm.
lot of the fellas, JB, if he was in here,
Yeah, JB. Yeah, he did say he was. Yep.
Black having
Yeah.
access to resources like they do. But what resources are they going to provide for them?
That's what I'm saying. They wasn't clear on X, Y, and Z of what the business is, but it don't really matter at this point. It's all right.
So Hillary decides she gonna help LaMarcus. They post a picture on Instagram or something. I said, "Girl, I thought you was trying to talk him out of this, but I guess we just giving appearances. So fine." G snoops in Frederick's room while he's in the shower and finds a second burner phone. A second phone. It's a burner phone. He's only been calling one number at this point. I said, "Who is he calling?" Because who he ended up calling wasn't who I thought he was calling.
Me
So
too. I thought he was calling OG Jeffrey. Turns
right,
out it was his mama.
yeah.
And do you remember they used the same name from Penelope? That was from the Fresh Prince. There
Oh,
was the
okay. I didn't remember that.
Jeffrey was in love with a lady named
Named Penelope.
Penelope.
Oh yeah, now that you say that, it does ring.
From back
Penelope
in
does ring a
London,
bell.
or something. Yeah. Yeah, she wasn't on
Carlton,
it that much like that.
Will,
But
and
there was.
Drew. Who's Drew? I'll be forgetting names.
Oh,
DeMarcus
Drew
be
was
knowing.
that kid that kept messing with Carlton last season.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah. The light
yeah,
skinned kid.
yeah. We don't need to see him no more.
Yeah, well, look, they not at school, so I can't imagine in the next
Yeah,
four
it's
episodes
summertime.
the summer will be over and we back in school. I hope they don't do that because then I'm gonna be like, really, y'all rush the episodes and now y'all don't rush the summer too much. So we get into episode 5. The kids are making breakfast for Aunt Viv and Uncle Phil. It's their anniversary. They
Breakfast
go
looking
into the
good
room.
too.
It did. It did. But
Hmm.
Will cooks. He cooks.
Yeah.
I was surprised Carlton cooked. I could see little Ashley because little Ashley be a little Renaissance woman. So they bring
Hmm.
the food up there. Viv is in the bed. Uncle Phil is not in the bed. He finally comes
And they knew
strolling
something.
in.
They knew something was strange with that.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you seen Carlton looking like, why is that side of the bed empty? So he comes strolling in, talking about he was downstairs. And Ashley's like, you slept in your office? He's like, yeah, I was working on stuff. So I said, oh Lord. So when the kids finally leave the room, both of them, they're not happy. They get to talking and the voices are escalated. The kids are outside and they can kind of hear
Right.
what's going on. So Will is kind of concerned, and Carlton's like, they're fine. But we could kind of start to see throughout this episode that it's getting to him, like he's having flashbacks of hearing their conversations and then bringing up his name because, when stuff goes on with your kids, I'm a single mother, so I know when stuff happens with my kids, it affects me. So now imagine you got to deal with your spouse
No,
and your
but
kid.
no, but see, I can relate to this because I was probably around, what's Ashley on here? 14, maybe 15,
Yeah.
14, 15.
Well, I want to say 13 because I think she's not in high school yet.
Oh, okay. Well, I
I
know
don't
I
think she's
was
in the
high
same school as
school when
them.
my
Or maybe
parents.
no, maybe she is a freshman. I take it back. DeMarcus will let
Yeah,
us know.
I was high school. My parents started their marriage fell apart and they bust up and all that. And that thing affected me probably all the way until now to this day. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? It's so that's why I think I understood how she felt, even though she's getting on my nerves a little bit. Ashley, she needs that.
Ashley,
Yeah,
yeah.
she's doing too much, sticking her nose in everybody's business. But
Well,
but
they
but
not
I
really paying attention to her, and
they're
now we
not paying
got
attention
this.
to her. Yeah, right,
So
right.
she said, DeMarcus said the writers are turning Ashley into Willow Smith.
Yeah, I see that too. She said she cooked canned biscuits.
Look, I don't mind some canned biscuits,
Ain't them mom some canned them buttermilk
sometimes.
them grands. Yeah,
Yep.
that's right.
Sometimes you don't got time
Put
for
me
no
a
homemade
little
biscuits.
strawberry preserves on here. It's good. Hmm.
So Viv gets a DM from the sexy chef because the friends was liking a picture on IG. I'm like, ma'am, I guess she was tired that night because I would have went and peeked in and be like, absolutely not. take it all back. Absolutely not. But she didn't look at her phone, so here we are. Phil sits down with her and he's like, he doesn't want to spend an anniversary upset. So they're trying to move past it. And I'm like, okay, y'all. Carlton and Will are trying to figure out how to get rid of all of these doggone shirts. They're there's going to be a rapper named Pickle. No, there's going to be a rapper at the pickleball tournament.
What
So
is that rapper named Pickle?
That's what happens when you look.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do it on my thing. I was taking quick because I didn't want to take too much notes. I want to just hit the key little things. Yeah, there's gonna be a rapper. I forgot. I have his name on the next page. His name is Pony Rich. I mean, it might as well have been Pickle.
So he's like a Migos type of guy, something like that. One of them kind of okay.
He's gonna be at the pickleball tournament, and the other guy who I keep forgetting his name, the other black guy that works at the country club, Will, is trying to like talk to him.
Rapper, he got like 6 million followers or something, right?
They said if they can get him in the shirt, they can get rid of the shirts. So the guy is kind of putting him on like, if you want to do this, you got to go talk to Miss Tina. So they go talk to Miss Tina, and they audition for Miss Tina. Will kind of plays her in pickleball, and she hires both of them to.
She was a bit much, isn't she?
She was a lot. She was a whole lot.
She was doing a lot.
She said, "Ma'am, oh." I said, "You are no spring chicken, but okay, you could be a ma'am to these boys."
She don't have to be their mama. What you say?
I don't mind to be their mama. Okay? I don't mind, especially considering the source. Like you said, she's old enough to be their mama. So I was like, not too much on a Miss Tina, but okay. So Ashley's trying to start this band, her and little Olivia, and nobody shows up for auditions. So Olivia's kind of like, well, the wording was a little intense, and then she starts to talk about her parents getting divorced. Ashley don't want to hear all of that. So Ashley gets snappy with Olivia, and Olivia is like, yeah, thanks, but no thanks. So Olivia takes her behind home, which I would have too, because you're doing a lot. I'm trying to cheer you up.
She's talking to Olivia.
Yeah, she's like, I'm trying to cheer you up, and you get mad. So you always trying to cheer me up. Ma'am, I don't got to do none of this. Okay, this is what friends do. I don't got to do none of this. So, okay, DeMarcus said Ashley's in the 9th grade. That's what I thought. So maybe she's in the same school. She's in the 9th grade or going to the 9th grade. Not Miss Parker. Oh, no, you're not.
Yeah.
So what else we got? So like I said, Olivia leaves, and then Phil is working with Jeffrey, but he's preoccupied with tracking Frederick. I can't remember at this point. Did he ask Frederick out at this point? I can't remember. But he's telling Phil about the burner. No, he hadn't asked him that yet. He's telling Phil about the burner and how it's one number and the number's from London. And Phil is kind of saying, like, don't be Jeffrey, just kind of go talk to him. As a dad, Jeffrey said, F all of that. He said, I'm gonna just keep an eye on, I'm not doing all of that. So Viv finally meets up with Destiny, who's a fan of her work. She saw her when she was a little girl. She saw her Sunday Best painting, and she's, kind of been following her ever since. She inspired her.
I just got my eye on this lady, though. I just don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
She apologized.
I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop. I'm just waiting for the other. Everything is too perfect and nice. Mm-hmm. It's a. It's a TV show. You got to have some drama. So where's the drama? She apologized
for the picture. She said it was a little in the DM. She said it was a little stalkerish, but then she does ask for an autograph and a selfie. But I'm like, if I meet the person I idolize, am I going to ask for a picture and a selfie? I might. I might.
I don't know. I'm just waiting to see. She might end up being a stalker or something. I
hope not.
Yeah.
Look, Aunt Viv got enough on her plate. Let's work on her marriage and worry about her kids. She don't need no extra stuff on Aunt Viv. So speaking of Aunt Viv, Chef Sharif goes to visit her at her job and brings her some lunch. And I was like, y'all are really doing this. So they sit down, making a small talk, talking about how he got started and he was in the military. And Uncle Phil shows up to take her to lunch.
With some flowers and everything.
But he plays it cool. He's like, oh, I got extra food. He's like, no, I'm good. I'll see you later. He goes on about his business.
Right.
So we get to this whole pickleball invitational. They looking for Pony Rich. Carlton has an episode. So he goes off because first Will was like going to go with him. He's like, no, you go find him. And so he kind of goes off. And later on, we see the NA guy, Spencer, show up and sit down and have a conversation with him. Which I actually appreciated. He was telling him that he was afraid that he was going to like lose control and that he feels responsible for what's going on with his parents. And I like that Spencer told him like, you're not, and you can't take on anybody else's issues. Like you don't have the bandwidth for it. He did.
I like him. I like that
Yes.
guy.
I
Yeah.
like Spencer.
Mm-hmm.
He did mention that they hadn't been to NA, but he was like, y'all grown, so y'all say you're good, you're good. Um, Jackie is also there, and she's giving Will the silent treatment. And she's like, hey, I like to be a real helpful bitch. I'm like, Jackie, you dragging it. We get it.
It's no need for her. Why we even got her on this season? It's really no. Look, she was part of the last season with the basketball thing. I got
Yes.
that. But what's her purpose
We
for this season?
dragging Jackie now at this point. We dragging Jackie, and I don't need to
Yeah,
see
we
her.
don't really need to see it. I don't. She can get. Yeah,
But he does
that's just man.
apologize. He says Lisa's not typically like that, and she's like, well, why don't you say anything? She's always had his back.
Mm,
I say, I mean,
I'm just not feeling Lisa.
the only thing I will give her is Lisa should have probably gave that energy to Will instead of giving it to her. But Jackie was doing a lot. I'm just gonna say it. She was doing a lot because even Amira, even though I don't like her, was like, "Ma'am, you're doing a whole lot."
But sometimes you gotta straighten these women's out because they be in your man's face. You
Yeah.
know. So Lisa is jealous of Jackie. Matthew says, "Stop hating on Jackie." I ain't hating on. I just don't care nothing for. I'm not gonna. I didn't care nothing for her last season.
Jealous.
I ain't cared
See,
nothing for her
Shayna said we
last
can
season.
ride.
Okay, and she should have been left in last season. She didn't need to come back for this season.
Yeah. Because they kind of just have her to basically to stir things up between
Thank
Lisa
you,
and
Shayna. Can
Will.
we just wrap her storyline up?
Yeah.
If they do get a season 4 and we see them go back, we don't need to see what's she gonna now show up at Beverly Hills High School and be in the high school with them and come on.
Well, Will, it looks like Will is going to go back to ball. So if he goes back to the thing and he don't go play for the school, you're going to see her again probably.
I think he gonna play for the school. I don't know if he gonna play for the other thing.
Zenith.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Zenith. Yeah. I think he'll because if we wrapped up the father, the uncle, I mean, if we wrapped up his story, she should have been wrapped up too. We don't really need to see her. Thank
They
you,
love
Tamika. Thank you, Tamika. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. That's how I feel too.
LaMarcus says
I'm
Jackie
trying to
was
be
helping Will
nice.
with the business more than you just told Lisa to go swim. So now is it go swim or is it help Will? Like, what you gonna be? What you gonna be, DeMarcus? I could have sworn that
Well,
Lisa and
they
Will
high
were in
school.
a
You know how
timeout
it is when
without
it's high school.
labels.
1 minute you on, another minute you
No,
off.
they were, and that's why I said she should have directed that energy to Will instead of the girl. Because if y'all are saying you don't have labels, then why are you jumping out her throat? I'd have been like, what, bro?
But Will sit there and just he just didn't do
Yeah, he
anything.
didn't
Like
do anything with either one of them. He
he
didn't come to Jackie's
he should
defense
have.
or Lisa's defense. He was just like,
Oh,
duh.
but also too, when she was pushing her way onto when they were at the club
Mm-hmm.
and and she was kind of pushing her way into hanging out with them with the t-shirt thing and all that.
Mm-hmm.
What was like the little car show thing. He should have said no. He could have backed her off right then.
Carlton told him that, but he didn't do it.
That's what I'm saying. Carlton making sense this time. You know what I'm saying? He should have backed told her no,
Everything Carlton's been saying this
and
season
she
is on
squeezed
point
all up
except
in
for
between. Remember, she was
Amira.
squeezing all up in between Jackie
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, not Jackie. She was squeezing. Jackie was squeezing up between Will and Lisa. I just, yeah, I see it. See, the fellas ain't seeing the play. I see the play what she's doing. So
We're gonna let y'all have it because we'll be here all day. He said, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, listen, everybody got their thing. We'll see. I think something ain't gonna go right, but we'll see.
No, they're not married.
No, they teenagers. They ain't married. They ain't even graduate high school yet.
So
Yes, thank you, Shayna. But go ahead on with.
we're gonna leave that up here.
Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah.
We got to get through it. So Jeffrey goes and tries to hang out with Frederick, but Frederick basically is trying to tell him like you a little old. So I'm like, okay. He brushes him off. So Jeffrey decides to follow him anyway and rolls up on him. He's like, you don't answer your phone when I'm around. You making midnight calls in the bathroom.
Right.
He got the tracker on. He's like, who are you talking to? I promise I wouldn't tell. Jeffrey's like, well, get to walking because I'm gonna be behind you. And literally, he was on his
Mm-hmm.
he was on
You
his
said that was
heels.
like
Like,
a threat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm right
I
here.
said,
Mm-hmm.
oh, okay, well, I guess we're doing this. And I guess Frederick knew which side his was butted on because he took his ass right on over
He
the
know
way
his
he
that
was.
he know that Jeffrey where he come from with his background. He ain't playing with Jeffrey.
So we get to this location and it's the mom, Penelope.
Mm-hmm.
She said that the two, so he excuses Frederick so the two of them can talk. He says that she says they've been in contact for the last couple of years. It was kind of rough at first, but now they're cool. Jeffrey said that he was in danger, so he called the mama. The mama done came to protect her son.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess when we didn't get this before, but when Jeffrey ran or left, she was supposed to keep Frederick, but she ended up giving Frederick up because Roman, who was supposed to be in charge of keeping an eye on her and all of the things, got locked up right after Jeffrey left, and he didn't know. So we had to go all of that because he's trying to say, he was trying to protect them, but that's what we got. So
Right.
it's so funny. Where's LaMarcus? Because I have Will in his little shorts. Will in his little shorts spots Pony Rich, but a club member is hitting on Jackie, so he kind of steps in and kind of comes to her rescue. And Miss Tina sends him to cool off and kind of says, like, you should have just called me and I would have handled it. And I was like, I mean, I guess he ain't put, well, he could have put hands on him had it been another minute, but I don't like Jackie, but that man didn't need to be doing all of that. So I was giving Will a pass on that, but because he did that, at this point he had missed his opportunity to see Pony Richer, so he thought.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right.
Let's go through these really
It all
quick.
worked out though.
It did. Okay, tell him, Kendall, because Jackie does play games as well. Matthew said he just stirring up trouble. Yeah, you and DeMarcus like to keep it going. It's okay. It's all love. Just going back and forth in the comments.
So I wonder if Frederick stole that money from the drag race to help his mother. But yeah, maybe.
Yeah, he could.
Yeah, I might agree with you on that one, DeMarcus. Guy, I was sort of thinking that too, that he might have,
because he did have her.
Thank
come
you,
there.
Moochie. Tell these people, get Matthew and DeMarcus straight, Moochie. You know how to do it. Get these people straight. Jackie is doing
Kendall
too
and
much.
Shayna getting y'all together. Y'all tag teaming. We got a 3-on-2 right now. What?
Right.
Inga. So Phil, he got his red dress for his wife, and they have a little drink. He tells her that he trusts her with the Sharif thing, and at this point, I appreciate it. I was like, okay, Uncle Phil's being mature. So she puts on the dress. They got the whole restaurant to themselves. And she's like, when you said that, you trusted me and you don't want to make a big deal out of it, are you trying to say I overreacted? I said, here we go. So she says that she finds Sharif sexy. And then she says radical honesty. I said, okay, y'all are going back to that. Let's see where this goes. So she says she likes the attention. We talk about the Erica thing. He said he liked the attention too. She wanted him. And he doesn't know if Viv did, and Viv said she was tired. I didn't know if Viv did either.
And the thing is,
at that point, to be perfectly honest, when she was telling her friends, like, I ain't had no energy for that either. I was like, for 2 months, like, I gave you a couple days.
But the thing is, I think they have not been paying attention to each other. He's been wrapped up in his work. She's been wrapped up in her stuff. Nobody paying attention to the kids, especially little Ashley anyway. That's why they didn't even know what was going on with Carlton, because they was busy with their other stuff. So they lost each other.
Right.
So
and Carlton was doing that before.
Happens in relationships.
Carlton was doing that thing before Aunt Viv started getting all super busy. So
she wasn't paying no attention then.
She still had stuff on her plate because mamas, he still be doing 50-11 things. But now that she's running this fellowship, like, she's in charge of it. And baby,
she was busy season 2, and she wasn't even running the fellowship. She was all running around like a chicken with her head cut off. She was still busy. She just wasn't paying that much attention. And and I think when someone else on the outside tells you you're beautiful, that dress is
Yes.
sexy, or yeah, you look good, you like
It's nothing wrong
those
with a compliment.
compliments.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with a compliment as long as you don't act on everything else that's going on. So you're right. They did kind of say that they have not been, life has been lifing, and that their relationship has been taking a back seat, and that they kind of need to prioritize their relationship. So they finally kissed, and I said, "Holla, freaking
Yeah,
Luya,"
yeah. I think it was just miscommunication.
because
And if
please
that's all
wrap
it was,
this
they
up in a
just hadn't
bow.
been talking. They hadn't taken the time to sit down, have a conversation. They have not taken the time to spend any intimate time with each other. This happens in everyday relationships. So I'm
Yes.
glad that neither one acted out on those two other
Right.
people, Erica and Sharif.
I thought this at first too, Kendall. I was like, damn, on y'all anniversary, but they did say radical honesty. So if that works in their relationship, that works in their relationship. He didn't seem to be too bothered by it because they were both on the same page with getting attention from somebody else. So we've moved on from it. Lisa Pliggett. Oh Lord, DeMarcus. We're letting you live. We're letting you rock in these comments. Now Sharif is doing too much.
What is
He's
Matthew
he
talking about?
Sharif is doing too much. And so
No,
is Jackie.
read Matthew's comment. What is he talking about?
Uh-oh. Can't listen to Moochie at the moment. Oh,
That's what I'm saying.
goodbye.
That's yeah.
I'm gonna let him get you on.
I ain't even.
I'm gonna
I
let
ain't
Moochie get
even.
you on that one. Yeah,
Yeah,
look.
Moochie handle you.
Don't you
Mm-hmm.
don't you speak those words. Oh Lord. Yeah, they were trying to one up each other. So when they get home, why are they shouting? Why? Anyway, when they get home, the kids have this beautiful like light display. It's like their Essence cover and an old picture of them. Carlton and Ashley. I said, oh. And then they're kind of no, this is before they did that. When they get home, before they do that, they're talking about it, and that's when Ashley says she wanted them to stop being perfect. And Carlton's like, yeah, okay, and be careful what you ask for. But he tells her they'll be okay. So when they get home, they do the thing for them, and that was nice. And they
Yeah, it
play
was.
Tony, 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 and their anniversary, and they're dancing, and I was like, little thug tear. So Will is talking. I had called him country club, bro, because I don't know his name. I don't know his name. So he starts talking about missing the opportunity. The guy says he would have done the same for Jackie. He starts talking about being away from his mom because the guy is also close to his mom and his dad passed away. Will mentions that his dad is there, and he kind of tells him like, as long as your dad is alive, it's not too late to try. So now stinking funky Jackie does come through.
Thank you with the stanky funky. Thank you.
And brings Pony Rich. I said yes, but no.
Mhm.
Okay. And first he's like, I don't want no demo. I'm good. So Will is kind of telling him, about the company, and he does like the idea and he wants to hear about it. And he does end up helping him out, throwing his shirt on, making a video with him. That comes up a little later, but we just throw it on in there. Frederick ends up leaving because the mom is not welcome, and I kind of was like good riddance because Frederick was making my ass itch. Then that's actually when
I'm
they did
tired
that.
of Frederick. He needs
Yeah,
going back to London. I'm tired of him. Yeah, I'm really tired of
yeah.
him.
Some guy shows up to the house. I forgot what his name is. I have it in the notes for episode 6 for the audition, but he's a day late. I'm like, I can't trust you because you can't follow directions. You don't know what day it is, but okay.
Right. And he just popped up out the blue. Who is this new character? You know what I'm saying? Who is this guy?
So she lets him in, and
Mhm.
they go listen to records, and I'm not really
But
feeling
I
him
agree
either.
with and Viv, like you don't be bringing no boys up to the room. I know she said he's not a boy, he's a them or they. Okay,
Non-binary. I was like,
whatever it is, but yeah, whatever it is, you know.
I'd have been like, listen, then don't nobody come in your room then. How about that?
Yes, that's right.
How
Yeah,
about
right.
nobody in your room now? They, them, he, she, none of them. How about that?
That's right. Yeah, it's all the people, all none of y'all can go up in the room.
Exactly.
That's
Now all
right.
y'all sit your asses out there.
Yeah,
So,
right.
like I said,
Yeah.
Pony Rich puts the hoodie on,
They got
shouts
a
them
big old
out.
house. They don't need to be up in your room. They
Really
all
don't.
the
Because
big
don't
the
they have like
giant
a
house you
game
got.
room or something?
I know they got a game room. They got the big yard. They got a whole lot of stuff. So they, yeah.
Lord,
Mm-mm-mm.
my kids is hollering. So they get to 6.1 million likes. They did it. They're a team. They have their little powwow. And now they got to figure out how to package all this stuff up. But Will Carlton is apologizing, and Will is kind of saying, like, listen, you got to take care of yourself first, which I love to hear. What was I gonna say?
Okay,
And
it's
plus,
Eli's kind of like Jaden Smith. Okay,
oh,
that might
okay.
be. That might be. Mm-hmm.
Oh, plus he
He
was
could have
helping
been.
with.
He could have been the inspiration for that character. Yep.
Oh, okay. Plus he was helping with Aunt Viv and Uncle Phil, so he's kind of giving him kudos for that, and they get back on track. Um, Phil and Viv visit Carlton for a talk, and they don't put the boys' doors back on. They say he's worked hard, and they kind of appreciate it. Plus, everything that he did with them, and him calling a sponsor when he was having a total breakdown. And then he gets a text from Funky Amira, calling her Funky too, that their next high is cliff diving. I want to bop her in the nose.
LaMarcus said once again, Jackie came through.
Hold on, let me get back down to their foolishness. First of all, we're gonna put this
Mm-hmm.
up there because Tamika's speaking for Moochie, telling you to stop it. Stop it,
Mm-hmm.
Matthew. Behave
Mm-hmm.
yourself. See, we don't, child. We
See,
don't know.
starting to spread rumors.
Serious.
uh,
Look, let me stop
yeah,
before my
I
phone
know.
starts
That's
again.
right. uh, um,
Oh, it's Zaire.
that,
Oh, okay. Cause
that's
look,
the young
I'll be
kid
calling
at
him
the
Country Club,
yeah, the
bro.
country club. That's the young kid. Yeah. Now I wonder,
Here we go.
are they trying to incorporate more of his? Are we gonna see more of this kid?
I like him. He's cool. Look,
Yeah.
as a little
Hmm.
side character, I don't need a
It's a
whole
side
the little
character.
conversations are fine. We don't need to like actually see his story because we have too many characters already to focus on.
That is true. That's true.
So
Yeah.
we keep you a little 2 seconds and yeah, and y'all are relating. And I like that Will has
Yeah, we don't
somebody
need to
else.
deep dive into your background and all that.
Yeah, I like that just Will has somebody else because Carlton's background is very different from Will. So I like that he has somebody else that has a similar background that he could kind of talk and kick it with potentially, but we don't need too much more.
Right.
Oh, look, Lord Jesus Christ. So Frederick and his mama show up at Jeffrey's place, and I was like, I don't know how this is about to go,
I
but
don't know
okay.
how this gonna work. This ain't gonna work.
So Viv announces the Neiman Fellow, Destiny Evans, yay, 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 clap, clap, clap. Uncle Phil terminates his business with Erica, hallelujah. And Will decides to look through his Lou box of memories and text his mom, I need you in LA. That wraps up episode 5. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wraps up episode 5. We gotta get to Funky Lou in this episode. Funky Lou.
Mm.
So Mama Vi makes it to LA. She said she had her vacation bank. She don't spend her summers away from her baby. I said, oh, come on, Vi. But the people are protesting in front of the bank's residence. I said, absolutely not.
I know.
Absolutely not. But Uncle Phil was being cool about it because Aunt Viv was like, should we call the police? He's like, they're being peaceful. So he lets them rock. Carlton goes to tell Amira what happened with him at the whole pickleball tournament. And he makes the mistake, in my opinion, he makes the mistake of he tells him that he talked to Spencer, but he also tells her that Spencer kind of told him basically that he needs to take a beat. And she's like, oh, I'm okay with that. What for me too? And she's like, well, whatever you want to do, I support it. And he's like, you're amazing. And I'm like, she's really not though. Because she's saying this now, but she about to be a headache in about 5 minutes.
Right.
So Penelope is asking G what the plan is because she's like, it's not just gonna go away. So he's like, he's got a handle, but has to be cautious. He was impulsive the last time. He doesn't want to make the same mistake twice. She says she got Roman's contact information, so apparently he's out of the jail already, and that he can help. And G is kind of like, can we trust him? And I was like, look. So I think she had already contacted him at that point. So
Lou is not a good guy. He wasn't a good guy on the Fresh Prince. He not a good guy on here. So I don't agree with
they
that.
cleaned him up a little bit on this one though. But yeah. Jackie was not with them shooting in the gym. Tell him, Shayna. Shayna, tell him. Tell him. So what else do we get? So all their Blackccess merch is sold out. I guess they ain't say it, but I guess everything got shipped. Life is good. They start talking about Amira because Will can kind of see the writing on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
But he also asked him about NA. He's at, kind of asking how that works. He's like, "Are you thinking about therapy?" And I said, "Yes, please. Yes, please. Let Will get some." Even though what happened this episode was good, I still want Will to get a little bit of therapy because everybody needs a little
Yes,
bit of
he
therapy.
definitely needs it. Yep.
So Viv and Vi pop out and they got their little Blackccess merch on. I said, "Oh, that is so cute. I love to see it."
Mm-hmm.
Erica pay a Phil a visit
I can't
to.
stand her. I want to throw her right in the fly. I want to throw her down the flight of steps. Okay,
She's
I don't
saying,
like that lady. I
"You
don't
want to
like
cut
Erica.
ties?" He's like, "I'm gonna finish up all your business that I got going on, and then I'm gonna go on my way." And she basically tells him, like, "If you go, the clients are staying here, and that the Campbell thing is a bad idea." He's sticking his ground. He's like, "I don't care what you think. My business is my business,
And
and I'm
he know if
still."
he want to keep his marriage together, Miss Kara, he better cut ties. Yeah.
And he did the right
Mm-hmm.
thing. She was
Mm-hmm.
tight, and I hope that she doesn't become a problem. But hopefully, even though I don't really like the whole Campbell thing because of Jazz, but hopefully, whatever he needs to work out will work out, so we don't have to deal with her no more. Okay, because I don't want Viv to have to put them paws on her. If she start to acting crazy. It's ironic that Vi and Will are jammed to BBD and be. Oh, yeah, they sure were at the beginning. They
Mm-hmm.
sure were. Not exposing Vi. Yeah, y'all are doing a lot.
I'm not even commenting on them.
Lord Jesus. Who said that? DeMarcus I already knew. I already knew it was coming. And DeMarcus had left me a
Oh, you
question.
know something? This comment I might agree with Demarcus on this one. Not that Jackie mess and the other stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but this I'm gonna agree with Demarcus.
Yeah,
She might just do that
just to get at
to
his.
throw it
Mm-hmm.
back in Phil's for yeah, just to dig in his yeah, yeah. I could see that. I could
Yeah.
see that. Yeah. That's a good theory, Demarcus.
I was
Let's
gonna
put
say,
a
and
pin
I wouldn't be mad at it even though she aggravates me, but
let's put a pin in that because we might revisit this. That's that one. Yeah, I'm gonna remember
I'll
that.
take I'll take that.
Yeah,
As
yeah,
long as she leave Phil alone. I mean, if she does that,
yeah.
what
But
child?
I think it's time for Viv to step to this lady and say, "Look, you better back the hell off." Mm-mm-mm.
Sorry, my
Viv,
kids is
Viv,
kidding. They
wow.
being real loud tonight. Where were we? So we got through that. Carlton and Amira, they finally go to this NA meeting together, and Amira decides to confront Spencer. She calls Carlton her boyfriend. I'm like, when did we decide this? But he didn't say nothing, so I guess that
Oh,
is what
she
it
had a real
is.
attitude. She only wanted to show up to that thing so she can jump on
Confront
some
him.
confront Spence. She wanted to jump on his tail. Yeah.
And Spencer ain't did nothing. Spencer has been an ally, okay? So she's
And
like,
he,
"You
you
don't
see
know
how
me."
he
And
did?
Spencer was like,
He said,
"Actually, I
"Cool."
do." I said,
You see he backed off. He said, "Cool, whatever." You know.
mm-hmm.
He
He's
see
like,
he knows
"You,
it's gonna crash and burn. He already knows her.
yeah, the writings on the
She
wall."
been going to this place for a minute, so he already
That,
knows her. He know
exactly.
this
That's why
whole thing ain't
when
gonna
she
work
was
out.
like, "You don't know me," he's like, "But I do know you." I said,
That's what I'm
"Well,
saying.
he got your
This is
number."
probably not the first guy that she done cleaned on to from the rehab. Um, and watch, this is not gonna end well. Let's wait and see to the last episode. It's not gonna end well.
So close my door. Lord have mercy. I can't wait till school gets started. Well, they probably would still be up at this time anyway. So she says something about going to a different NA. He, like you said, Spencer was like, "Do what you got to do. It is what it is." But Carlton didn't like the way that she approached it, and I said, "Thank you, Carlton," because Carlton don't know nothing about the hood rats. Okay, she's giving hood rat behaviors in this one. Carlton don't know nothing about that. So then she starts crying. She's worried about, nobody's on her side, and she starts talking about his parents. I'm giving her two thumbs down. They do end up leaving the meeting, and he says that he'll talk to his parents to get a meeting with everybody. So Ashley and the new band guy Eli. Look, I know I had it somewhere in these notes. They're chilling. They're talking about writing. He says he was bullied. She was bullied. You know, they're rapping. My Aunt Viv comes in. She's like, hey, how you doing? Okay, yeah, Ashley, can I holler at you for a minute? We don't have no boys in the room. Mom, he's non-binary. So she tell her to keep the door open. Y'all would have had to come out of there.
Yeah,
Okay.
no matter, I don't care what you go by, you know what I'm saying? You're still well, whatever.
It goes against what I'm telling you to do.
Yeah,
Like
that
your
yeah.
identifying characteristics are your identifying characteristics.
Yeah,
But
right,
like I
right.
said, if we're
But I
gonna
don't
play
want
this
no people up
game,
in yeah.
then nobody comes in. Get
Mhm.
y'all ass out the room, go downstairs, go in another
Right.
room. Y'all not gonna sit in the
Mhm.
bedroom and then go against my wishes. Yeah.
I think she has done this before, Kendall. That's why
Mm-hmm.
Spencer knows her. He said this has been done before, and he can see the
Yeah.
writing on the wall. Watch, we're gonna see when the
And now I know why when
next
he
couple
saw them
episodes.
kissing outside, he had that kind of look. Like we thought it was gonna be like a love triangle thing, but maybe it is just a brotherly. He's trying to help. He knows what she's doing, and now they're kind of like crossing the line. So I can't. I can't.
Mm. Mm.
I can't. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, I guess you're not wrong about that. So Will shows his mom the box that Lou sent him. He wants them all to talk, kind of fill in the gaps. She says she's not interested. She goes and has a conversation with Viv. Viv says it's not a bad idea. She called Viv soft. I was like, not you calling Viv soft. She's like, and then she's talking about letting Will walk away from basketball, and she was like, that was his choice. Um, and then Viv is telling Vi that the reason that he walked away from it is because he found out about Lou playing ball. And they start talking about raising boys and vulnerability. So I think that was an important conversation, and I kind of like that they're two different parents and two different dynamics because I feel like both is needed. You need the hard and the soft. So I'm glad that conversation kind of did get through at the end to Vi, and she does decide to go and do what her and Viv talked about. Because I don't know what I would have let. Well, I'm trying to think. Would I have let my kid not go to the Zenith thing?
Mm.
I probably would have sent him, but if he was out there acting like, sometimes they get out there and be like, I'm not gonna play, then I'm like, never mind. Never mind. Just come on home. I'm about to waste my money.
Right.
So Jeffrey tells Phil about Penelope and calling Roman, and he's kind of asking the same thing, can you trust her? But he'd already called him. They said Omar, oh, they have a list. Omar gave them a list of properties, and so they're going to try to give them offer letters, and Jazz's shop is on the list. I said, I don't know this was coming. So Jeffrey kind of makes mention of it, and Uncle Phil is not phased. He's like, he just wants to keep the client happy. I was like, oh, Uncle Phil, I be trying to root for you, and then you just always on the wrong side of something. Oh, so Hillary visits Ashley, and Ashley done wrote a song about. Ashley done wrote a song about it. She's like, at least she didn't call me the B word. She said, I'm not finished. I said, but she says, she was going to tell LaMarcus, but she does love LaMarcus, and she asked Ashley to be in the wedding and to be her maid of honor to kind of keep her on course. I said, well, I guess at least we're doing sisterly bonding. And Ashley needs a little QT and a little attention, so I was happy for it. Carlton
Yeah.
talks to his mom about meeting with Amira, and she's like, okay. After Vi leaves, she's like, all right. He's like, I already invited over for dinner. She's coming over tonight. I'd have been like, she coming, gonna be no dinner.
And then she gonna sit there and be super late.
Vi called Lou a con artist and portray Lou as a bat. Roman looks like
I
Uncle
still don't like
Charlie.
Lou, so I don't care what.
I don't either, and I'm gonna say why when we get to that part. They said no, so okay, we're gonna leave that right there.
Right.
We're gonna leave that right there. So Uncle Phil goes to visit Jazz with the offer letter. Jazz says it's not for sale. He says, "What about them back taxes?" I said, "Oh, here we go." So he's kind of telling him that
Mm.
he's out of time and that he could take the money and rebuild somewhere else. I'm like, why did this have to be what you stood on, Uncle Phil? Like, what? There was nothing else for you to stand on for business? No, no other great opportunities. I guess not. So Vi tells Will that she'll sit down with Lou on her terms in a neutral location. Like, he ain't coming back over here to ruffle no feathers. She wants to support him. She's like, but if he raises his voice,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and Will says, it'll be fine. It'll be okay. Will
Mm.
and Carlton, they're both nervous because Will is nervous about, the Lou thing. Carlton is nervous about the Amira thing. But they say they're going to face it. Uncle Phil comes in and kind of, gives Will some words of encouragement and kind of says he got this. So now G and Penelope meet with the OG Jeffrey, aka Roman.
Right.
He kind of says that Frederick getting adopted kept him safe until he contacted him and the mama contacted him. So now he's back on the radar. He comes to bring the terms of the organization. Jeffrey's not happy about it, so they want Jeffrey back, and they want him to pay back his debt with the time. I didn't realize he took the head guy out. It's either that or Frederick will have a problem.
Right.
So, ooh, Lord. Not my Uncle Charles, y'all. Sorry. Okay, I got that already. What else we got? So we sit down for this dinner. Carlton says, let's just eat before the food gets cold. The girl don't show up to super duper late. Carlton is frustrated with her quite naturally because it's like, I done went out on a limb. I done forced this dinner tonight instead of some other time. But then Aunt Viv kind of comes in because she is looking a little crazy. She's like, hey, everything all right in here? What's going on? And she asks her if she's okay. And we find out it's the anniversary of her sister's death. I'm with Spencer. This too much for Carlton. This too much for Carlton.
It's not going to go well. Just wait and see. I'm going to just sit back and say, I told y'all it's not going to go well.
Carlton already trying to worry about the family. So I'm kind of glad Aunt Viv, Uncle Phil got their stuff together. He don't got to worry about that. Hillary is spending some time with Ashley. Please just focus on you. That's it. That's all. You got a long fight ahead of you because it's only been a couple months, right?
It's only been a couple months.
So Carlton, I guess, asked Spencer for the space. So they're going to use the NA space to have the meeting between Will, Vi, and Lou. Lou finally shows up. And Vi starts to, get into him about him being there and not having no contact with Will. And that's what I'm still on.
Me too. It has nothing to do about this other stuff.
We can get to everything that happens like in a few minutes and what happens at the end of the episode. I'm like, none of that changes the fact
you still ain't been the boy.
You came home, didn't contact him. You moved up the block and didn't contact him. So I'm glad that at least he's trying to get it together. So Will like it. I love it. As a single mama, he like it. I love it. So
we'll see how it goes.
Will says that he was and I was glad that Will spoke up for himself. He said that he was pissed that he laughed at him for wanting more. And Lou says, I want everything for you. It's like looking in the mirror, and Will's kind of like, with all due respect, you don't really know me. And so Lou's like, you don't know me. So we gotta get Lou's top story. So he says his dad got locked up. He died a year later. His mom died. He was Will's age. You can get out your little baby violin. And so he moved in with his grandparents. Sound familiar? Okay, but don't hold that against him. So he says that he dropped out at high school as a junior. And he I think that's when he's kind of say he went to the streets. Yeah. Even though it sounds like the grandparents tried, but he dropped out anyway, went to the streets, and he left Ball behind. Who are we blaming for that, Lou? Who are we blaming for that? That's why sometimes you can't let that trauma that your parents put on you fester, because you had the same situation that happened with Will, but you squandered yours. So now you mad at him for taking advantage of his?
But I'm not getting over the fact when we first saw this Lou character show up in what
Mhm.
season one. He was
Yes.
aggressive and angry and this and
Mhm.
that. And that. So I'm not getting over that, you
Right.
know.
He was like that this season too.
And this season too.
He only started to soften up in this very episode 6 of season 3.
Right. Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Jazz is a younger version of Uncle Phil. That is why Hillary likes Jazz. Remember that Phil wanted to save his firm. Yeah. I mean, I like
Mm.
Jazz. Uncle Phil pissing me off a little bit. Carlton will
Yeah,
lose
Uncle Phil pissed
Amira.
me off
Like,
just a little bit, not a whole lot, but just a little bit. I didn't like
well,
how
I'm
he did
glad we
the Erica thing.
yeah, I'm glad we got
But
away
we
from
got
the
to
Erica
resolve with
thing.
it. We got to resolve with that. So
And the marriage is back on track and he's checking in on Carlton. I like that. The only
right,
thing I just don't like is the whole thing with Jazz, but I guess in his defense, Jazz is not his family members. He's trying to make sure his family's taken care of,
right,
and
right,
Jazz just
right.
kind of falls outside of that. So
He
I
just getting
mean,
Jazz really is just a casualty of war.
he
He just
is.
getting caught up in this big business stuff.
Yeah.
It just happened to be him. It could have been anybody. It just happened to be Jazz who had a record
Yeah.
shop. If it wasn't Jazz, it would have been somebody else. They still would have been doing the same business
Yeah,
dealing.
that's true.
So yeah.
It just
So
would have hurt less because it wouldn't be Jazz. But I
yeah,
saw the
right.
writing on the wall. As soon as
I
we
did
got this,
too.
I said this gonna be right where Jazz is at.
Soon as the first episode of the season, I saw the writing on the wall. I said when we found out that he owed taxes and he's struggling, I said he's gonna lose his shop, and I figured
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
I did, but then, like I said, then Uncle Phil stepped in and offered to help him. So then I was kind of like that. Kind of confused me a little bit. Like you offered to help, and then you still
I
went
don't
ahead
think.
and
Well, at the time when he offered to help, he didn't know he wasn't entangled with the
okay, okay.
Omar
So that
guy
was
yet. But
after.
now,
Okay,
yeah. But I think DeMarcus might be on to something when he said that Erica lady, that skank, that she might end up like trying to
helping
help.
Jazz.
Right, just to stick it to Phil. It's not she don't give a damn about Jazz, just to stick it to Phil. That I can see that happening. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Lou says that he gets angry when he sees that Will is making the same mistakes. But like I said, you also kind of discourage him from his path,
Mm-hmm.
even though you had the same opportunity, like I said, and you squandered yours. So don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't make him feel bad because you had the same opportunity and you blew yours. Will is at least trying to do the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, they start to share laughs about Will as a kid. And then now we get the story of what happened when Lou went
Hey,
away.
Tori.
They were hey, Torian, 5 days without heat. Will was 3. So Lou ended up robbing the guy who he did work for him, but the guy never paid him. And Vi's like, I didn't send him to do it, but she did kind of stand on business that, she needed him to get his money. And they needed heat. So she says, that she also has some blame in it. I said, well, she's taking some accountability. Lou said he doesn't regret trying to help his family. And this helps Will. Will says, he kind of just thought that his father was in the streets hustling and he got locked up. Which they did make it seem that way. Like, this is one occasion, but they did make it seem like he was also out there in the streets. Like, he was in the streets as a kid, but I don't know. We changing it up, I guess. So he apologized. They have a handshake. He gives Will a hug. I said Will needed that. I still want Will to get some therapy, but this is going to help him.
Yeah.
Vi also hugs Lou. And I said, okay, so we getting a little healing.
I wish we would go back to the therapy part. We don't even see Carlton going to therapy. We hear that he got a therapist, but I would like to see at least one session.
Yeah, they can give us one session because only got a little bit of time.
They ain't got to drag out this whole show with him in therapy, but at least 1 or 2 sessions where he's talking to a therapist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I wish
the only thing we got, I think it was this season when they were talking. Was it this season or last season? They were talking to the therapist about the medication.
Yeah, that was like a Zoom thing. We don't see Carlton sitting down in the office with a therapist or Zoom or whatever.
I feel like I want him to get that, but we saw him go to NA, and we've also heard him have conversations about why he was on the stuff. So I kind of feel like we might be getting the same thing in therapy, but they could give us one session, just one
at least
session,
one,
just a little bit.
at least one, yeah. Team Lou all day and twice on Sunday. Okay, DeMarcus, you know something? I'm about to
Woo,
throw you in the
burn,
fire.
baby, burn.
I'm about to throw you,
Burn.
DeMarcus, in the fire.
Look, his D is already on fire. He ready. He ready. He ready.
Wait a
So
minute. Here you
Jeffrey,
go. Here go the fire for DeMarcus. I'm about to throw DeMarcus right in these coals back here. Okay, you showing off now. You are showing off. Mm-mm-mm.
woo.
Go ahead, Hobbs.
So he said, so Jeffrey tells Uncle Phil what had happened, and he's like, I couldn't hide forever. He doesn't know no other way. Jazz has a conversation with the councilwomen. They having a little sip. They're reminiscing about, I think, is his grandfather and all the things that he did there. And she says, you still got a little hustle left. And she doesn't think that he should kind of give up, because what would him selling say to the others? And I was like, come on, sister girl, help us out here. Because I was like, no, I hope some way, somehow we could all get everything we want. Like, I want Uncle Phil's business to thrive. I want the man to get his stuff, but I also want Jazz to have his business. Now, I don't know how we're going to make this happen, but that's what I would like. So Will and Vi, they have a little moment, and she says, she's always protected him, but maybe Lou was trying to do the same. And she says, the sit down was hard, but those were her issues, and that she doesn't want to stand in Will's way, was the long and short of it. Amira says she's going to share her locations with Carlton, because Carlton says he wants to see all sides of her, and I just want Amira to go far, 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 far away from here with me with this bullshit. Jeffrey has money in his punching bag and takes it to the OG Roman. I'll call him OG Jeffrey.
Let's call him OG Jeffrey. Yeah,
as a counter offer. So he says,
you
goodbye.
See all that money? When he cut the bag open and all that money come flying. I said, "Go ahead, Jeffrey."
He was having a fit. I said, "Well, why we cut the bag?"
When he cut that, I thought he was going to hurt somebody. I thought he was going to take Roman out or something. I thought we was going to get an unaliving. My mind went, we watch so much Power and stuff. I thought we was about to get an unalive. And I want you to answer DeMarcus on this. He sent you a question.
I'm gonna read Kendall's first. I know DeMarcus and then left this comment under my other video, so we're gonna have to get to it. But let me read Kendall's, and we're gonna wrap up because we only got I think two more things. The right thing would have been Lou being in Will's life, whether or not him and Vi were at odds with each other. No excuses. Listen, baby, that's the right thing to do, but they don't be doing that.
Thank you. And that's not what, that's what DeMarcus and Matthew and them not understanding, that he just not even in his life. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's at least with the comment where he talking about the Jeffrey being deadbeat. Jeffrey was at least sending money over all the way to London to the family and taking care of them. Remember they said that?
Right.
He at least was financially. The boy went to college. He had food on the table, lights on the house. The mother was struggling. There was a mother and Vi. She was struggling. They were living in Philly struggling. He never do nothing.
So we're going to get these last two scenes. Jazz does not take the offer. And Will gets back on the court. Lou visits him out there. They shoot a couple hoops and he tells him, "I'm proud of you." So now let's address Mr. DeMarcus. Let's address Mr. DeMarcus.
I already said my piece. You
consider Jeffrey as dad, like father, like a lot of other people. I agree with Inga. He was still being a provider, even though he wasn't present. So that's one thing. Also, the reason why I said to you why their situation was different, like Lou versus Jeffrey, Frederick's life was in danger with Jeffrey being present. Right. So how can you? That's why I said I don't want to call him a deadbeat. It's a delicate situation because he wasn't present, but he couldn't be present. So he did what he could do financially, and he was trying to protect his son by not being present. You don't want something to happen to your kid. Like, I would never want to go away from my kid forever. But if you tell me either I'm gonna take your kid out or you're gonna go away forever, what choice are you gonna make as a parent?
Right. And you still financially making sure there's food on the table and all the bills is paid.
I don't want to call him. I don't
think he was no deadbeat. Nope. No.
You can call him you can call him an absent father because he was present. Yeah.
But Lou was deadbeat.
He couldn't be present.
And you show up with attitudes as if somebody did something to your ass. That's my problem. See, this is a little sensitive for me.
And
So
Lou,
you
me
show
too.
up like
Me
somebody did
too.
something to you, and you the one who ain't been around. So get out of here with that.
Because I
You
feel
know what
like what a lot of
I'm saying?
men, Lou
Mm-hmm.
kind of wanted Will to chase him, and Will wiped his
Right,
hands, so he just let his hands be wiped. He didn't even make an effort.
right.
We will give you being
Absolutely.
locked up. I'll even give you when you were back in Philly. But once you
Right.
move up the block and you
Right.
already knew it was tension,
Right.
make an attempt.
Girl, you
Now,
preaching today.
if you
You have
make an
telling the truth.
attempt and
Yes.
he don't receive it, you
Right.
can at least say you try. But
Right.
as a parent, I cannot just see letting my kid walk out my life
Right.
knowing I'm to blame.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the parent. They didn't
Mm-hmm.
have me. I had them. And you
Mm-hmm.
don't try to do nothing.
And you running a barbershop for probably at least a year. At least a year, you know what I'm saying? If we looking at it probably in their times, yeah, because this is summertime. That was a
Yeah,
whole
because it's school year.
yeah, at least a good 12 months he been in town and he had a barbershop. So you was getting established. Come on,
Mhm.
get out of here with that, man. So you preaching it. I agree. I ain't got no argument. I'm on 1000% with you on that one.
And he's
Anyway,
making all of this, and he's still continuing to make all this sacrifice for his son. And you see what it got him, because when he dealt with the situation with Lou and Will, it spoke to his heart, and he ran and found the boy. He was peeking all in the files and trying to. I said, oh, and he made them promise not to tell him where he was, but that he was always taken care of. So
mm-hmm.
everybody was honoring their things. Now, I guess where part of the situation would be messed up would be from Penelope's end, because he didn't follow up to find out that man was in jail, and that kind of put her in a position to have to give him up. But
Right.
her giving him up also gave him that protection.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure, who wants to give up their child? Because
Mm-hmm.
you can. I don't know what she's done. So you can call her absentee mother also. I don't know what she's done. Has she been sending money?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm usually team woman,
Didn't
but
they
I
send
don't
him
know.
away to boarding school or something? Like Frederick had a good life, I think.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
That's
he
because
had a good life.
because
It
that's
wasn't
what
like he was struggling and poor. And no,
I think
Jeffrey was
Uncle Phil was saying to them.
financially
How do you think if they afforded that boarding school living where they lived, and when
right. I
they
remember.
didn't
That's
have
right.
jobs, but y'all had lights and food and everything was y'all, you didn't go without
Right.
anything.
Right.
So
Unlike Will in Philly, the mother was working all these jobs and working a long. Was she a nurse or something? Working in a
yeah.
hospital and
Hmm.
working long hours. Come on.
And if he couldn't, I'll go as far to say this, and this is an unpopular opinion, but if he didn't even have the means once he got out of jail to contribute financially, you could have offered time.
No, but how
And
about a
took and
telephone? Okay, we not in the
well,
Stone
that's what
Ages.
I'm saying.
There's a
Offer your
telephone.
time. Offer to spend time with your child
He never
to
picked up
help
the
him
telephone.
do whatever he needed. You know what I'm saying? Instead of until you got on your feet. You know what I'm saying? Because he still wanted to have some contact with you.
Right. He never sent a
Yes,
letter.
13
You couldn't
years.
write a letter. Nothing. Come
Hmm.
on now.
Yep.
Well, we
Lou
seeing it from
wanted
different lenses. That's
Virgin in
all.
front of the world to
No.
hear the truth. I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, and that's cool. Yeah.
And I'm not saying that they didn't make mistakes. Because Vi made a mistake. We talked about this on the
Right.
last.
Right.
Vi made a mistake as well as Viv and Phil, and keeping the
Hmm.
whole thing from him, because they should have just told him.
We talked
I
about that
understand
early
you
on.
wanted to
Yeah.
protect him, but tell you that
Hmm.
the man is in jail, especially since he didn't want no contact with him in prison
Right.
anyway.
Right.
And then at least he will be able to see what's in front of him, and now he's not mad at you.
And
But
especially since he wasn't a little boy, by this time he should have known the truth. So
right,
I that part, I think the adults dropped the ball on that. But once he came out, I'll give him a huge pass when you locked up. But once you're out and
right.
you made your way to California and you start getting established, and at least a year, you probably been 6 months to a year that you've been in town, and you ain't can't pick up a phone, write a letter,
And
and
that's
and
what
and
that's what
a,
burns my biscuits.
a text or something. Come on now.
That's what burns my
Yeah, that
biscuits.
burns my canned biscuits. Okay. That's right. Right.
13 years of child support, child.
Yeah, it took Will going to the burger spot to find out that Lou was even still in California.
That's why I can't give him total grace. I do appreciate him telling his story. I do appreciate Vi having a meeting and them playing ball so they could try to
And
reestablish
he up
this.
in there
But
getting a
he's
burger
lost
and
so
chicken
much
wings and
time.
fries and a milkshake and going on about his life. He wasn't thinking about that boy. That's why he up in the damn burger joint himself. Okay. He wouldn't think about him. He was in there getting him his French fries and stuff. Mm-mm.
Oh, y'all don't want to say nothing about that, Matthew?
Right.
DeMarcus? No?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
There's
okay.
squad.
All quiet on the Western Front?
That's right. I'm about to throw all them back here. Okay. I got the fire getting hot back here. I'm about to throw the markers right up in here.
Okay, look, here goes DeMarcus. I knew you were going to
Yeah.
have something to say.
Yeah, we gonna wrap
Lou
you with the
knew that
markers
Will was
up.
playing basketball. Jeffrey wouldn't let Lou get. They didn't even know. Jeffrey was so preoccupied with Frederick
that Will
that
was saying about Jeffrey wouldn't let Lou get close.
Jeffrey was so preoccupied with Frederick that Jeffrey didn't even know Lou was in California. We had that conversation before too. So what was stopping him? Not Jeffrey. And Jeffrey left. Jeffrey wasn't even in the house.
Child,
Jeffrey just came back.
girl, don't get my blood boy. DeMarcus just trying to play games, okay?
Look, my memory ain't that good, and you trying to keep me on my toes.
I'm driving. DeMarcus ghetto. You know, we're gonna get you. We're gonna throw your ass right in this thing, Matthew, too. You
That's
get in
all
this
right. We're
car
gonna
back
have
here,
a healthy
Matthew.
conversation. We're gonna let y'all get
No,
y'all
it's
little
all in
out.
fun. We ain't nobody mad, but I'm just saying, come
I'll
on.
put it on the screen so y'all can have y'all piece. You won't say I got up here and said nothing, and I ain't put your comments on the screen. I put your comments on the screen for everybody to see what y'all had to say, and then we said what we had to say.
It's all love. These still our buddies. We're gonna see y'all next week when something else go on. And we'll see. We'll see if they change that tune. Now at the end, right? Him and Will, Lou and Will started playing ball at the court, and so we'll see whether or not he keeps this up. We'll see if he keep it up. You know what I'm saying?
I was laughing when Will's like, "Oh, we should do that more often," and she was like, "Once a year, once every 2 years."
We'll see if
because they don't need Vi. Vi's not needed anymore. They got everything off their chest, so now it can just be Will and Lou, and Vi don't have to participate.
Yeah, because Will is 17 years old. He can graduate high school. I got one more. Yeah, he's a senior now. Getting ready to be a senior. So we don't need the mother don't need to be involved at this point.
No,
and that's another thing that some people do is that they don't want to come around because they don't like the mother. This ain't got nothing to see. You know, I ain't even going down that rabbit hole. That's a whole nother. We had to have a whole nother podcast for that kind of conversation. Because
look, the Deadbeat Daddies podcast.
That'd be a 2-hour conversation.
I gotta get a whole new channel. I gotta get a little voice. I gotta get a voice thing. I gotta be off camera.
Right.
So look, so nobody know it's me. So my kids don't find it. You say what now? No.
No. I said, make sure you that from my mom Williams voice. Oh, look, DeMarcus is.
That's what I said. DeMarcus's D is already on fire. Look, DeMarcus said, "I stay in the furnace, and I'm gonna still talk my ish." So here it is. Like I said, he left the comment under the video, and I was going to address it whether he brought it up again in the comments or not about Jeffrey being a deadbeat. I said, "Lord, DeMarcus showed up. I got to answer to DeMarcus." So I gave you my thoughts and opinions on Mr. Lou. Okay.
Well, we got through the 3 episodes. Yeah, I am done with the 3 episode thing. I think the next one is 2, right? 2. So we can knock 2 hours together. 2 and 2. 2 and 2. Okay, so we're I thank you for rescheduling and doing on Tuesday since I wasn't here on Sunday.
I wasn't. Look, I'm glad that was the situation because I was not ready on Sunday because they totally threw me for a loop. And I was all like, I was.
When I text you, I said, oh my God, Miss Kira's gonna be packed. She gonna flip over her whole furniture when I text her and say.
Remember, I went looking and I could only find that one thing, and then
I thought the information was wrong. Tamika told us, and then I said, "Nah, that's not right. I don't believe that because that's not what it's showing on Google." And it turns out it was right. I was mad.
And I got my behind up at 3. I was up at 3:30 in the morning. And it wasn't even up on Peacock yet because I was like, and then I went to sleep. And then when I woke up, he said, "Oh," I said, "No, ain't gonna text me."
Come back on Sunday, DeMarcus, and then We'll talk some more
Yeah.
ish on Sunday. Cause yeah, so normally y'all we're gonna be finish this up on Sunday.
Not Boogaloo.
I was cracking up saying, look at Will playing basketball with Boogaloo. Yes, Boogaloo. Yes, and he couldn't play no ball for nothing on there. I reviewed that, y'all. If y'all haven't seen the thing,
Oh
I
God.
did review that.
Got
Hmm.
him.
I
That was a
did do
good
that
one.
during the month of June. I did a lot of
Yes, we can
Tupac
get
moves. Yeah.
for Mr. Tupac.
Um.
Anybody that coming through on the replay, leave. Thank you, DeMarcus. Leave a
Yes.
comment, hashtag replay, drop an emoji. Your
Do
girl
all
is
the things. Yes.
look, we both trying to get to our goals. I'm trying to get to 1,500 something, something. Help me, please. Subscribe to me. Subscribe to Inga/Ginger Snaps, and let's keep this ball rolling. Inga, anything that you want to tell the
I
people on your
I need
channel?
four. Yeah, do y'all know four people? I need four more people to get to 300. So
Come
grab your
on now,
mama, grab your uncle, grab your cousin, your co-worker. Tell them just to subscribe so I can get my 300, and
right?
then I can keep going from there. I need four more to Marcus. Go on and tell somebody to
Yeah,
subscribe. So
DeMarcus, you got people. You work for
yeah.
stars and all of that.
Mm.
You
Oh,
got
Sally
people.
said I met my dad when she was 18. He moved to my city when I was 25, but I didn't find out until I was 30. He rarely contacts me. I told you see what I'm saying? And so you're gonna say that's a good man? I mean, I'm not saying your father bad. I'm really directing that to DeMarcus, Sally. I'm not talking about your dad, but I'm
That's
talking about Lou. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? That's yeah. So
Oh, I
yeah,
hate I
yeah,
hate to hear that. And that's why
yeah.
I
Me
said,
too.
I will say my oldest son, I think he took a little hiatus from his therapy like mine. So I said, you been to your therapist? He's like, oh, I didn't go all summer. I was like, yeah, even if you check in once a month. Um, and I want to get my middle one in there because Lord, between me and they daddies, let's talk it
Mm.
out. Let's talk it out. And it's like, you just don't want your stuff
Yeah.
stuff like what she said.
Yeah, right.
Uh,
Well, anyway, y'all.
anything we just telling the people to turn their notifications on, or you got anything
Well,
coming
let
up
me
you want to talk
see.
about?
No, I'm not sure if I'm doing anything tomorrow with the other with Moochie or something. I'm not sure. I got to talk with her. So
Mm-hmm.
far as tomorrow, keep the notification. I may be might be live tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. Thursday, um, Tamika, Moochie, EJ, we're doing what you call it, that the Hulu movie, something Supremes.
Oh, the Supremes and something
That
with the Carls and the Earls at the diner.
yeah, we doing
I
that.
still
We
haven't
doing
watched that.
and we doing a double hitter because we're doing that and Reasonable Doubt on Thursday. Normally we was doing Reasonable Doubt on Friday, but
Oh, okay. I thought y'all was doing
EJ
it
had
on
to
Friday. Oh, okay.
yeah, no,
Okay.
EJ had her the family business thing. I think it's a season finale or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and and
Ooh, busy,
that's her
busy,
big
busy.
thing. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to come through on the replay because I don't know if I'm gonna have watched Reasonable Doubt. At least it's only one episode.
Yes, right. At least it's only one. Mm-hmm. Y'all will get the subscribers directly when Power Book 2. Oh, yeah. And I'm ready for that's going to be starting next week of September. The whole month is going to be busy. Yeah, I'm already getting. I'm trying to figure all this stuff
Man.
out now.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Yeah,
figure out. I'm
yeah.
definitely gonna be doing
Because I got some
finishing Power
documentaries
Book.
that's coming. A whole bunch of different things. So,
Yeah, I gotta make my little notes and check in with you guys and see what you guys are doing and see if we can do either some
oh, I got
some
something I'm gonna
docs
talk to you
or
behind the scenes.
Tubi movies.
It's something I'm gonna talk to you about behind the scenes. But
Okay.
anyway, yeah, September gonna be so. Yeah, check community with me every week.
So that's Thursday. What
So,
about Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Love and
well,
marriage.
Friday, I don't think I have. I don't think I got nothing going on Friday
Okay.
since we're gonna do the Reasonable Doubt on
On
Thursday and
Thursday.
plus the Supreme. We're doing the double head on Thursday, so I'll be busy Thursday. Then Saturday, not the plan. Sunday, no, I think Love and Marriage is not coming on because I think this is
Oh,
Labor Day
okay.
weekend. So I think they going. I think since it's Labor Day weekend, I think because when I
They're taking a
looked,
break.
it shows that the next episode is September 7th. So
Oh,
there's no
okay.
episode this week. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
All right. So just keep your notifications on because she
mhm.
might pop
So
up
only
on
thing
you
I'm
with
doing
something.
Sunday I'm with you with Bel-Air.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. Sunday with you. So but just I'm gonna be I try to keep things in the community tab. So just
Yeah.
keep that on going. So
Your girl's
and,
back to work and life
yeah,
is life and all the way
yeah.
hard.
Oh, and yeah, and work is busy.
So
So but I'm still gonna stay active. I'm gonna be
I'm
up and
gonna
down the
try.
street.
I mean, I have all the notes for it, so maybe I could just sit down. What time is it? Either tonight or
Nah.
tomorrow and get that Bel Air recap ups before the new episodes come. Then
Mm-hmm.
Friday will be Bel Air, not Bel Air, Reasonable Doubt, a pre-recorded. I'm also trying to still do this live on either Friday or Saturday. I'm not sure which day yet for my like watch list, summer watch
Oh,
list.
you got your thing, your pajama something, right?
No, I did that this past Sunday.
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
did that once a month. So that's it
Mm-hmm.
for August, even though technically September's right around the corner. But so either Friday or Saturday for that, and then Sunday we will be doing Bel-Air. And I
Yeah.
don't know when I'm gonna get the other. I gotta finish these first 3 episodes. I might
But
be
it
able
was
to wrap it up all in a little bow since I got my note. At first, I was taking 2 different sets of notes, so I have the episode 4 notes on my tablet and notes on the paper, and then I got frustrated, so I said, "Let me just take the notes for the live." Let
yeah,
me just
yeah.
take the notes for the live because I was trying to make these
I'm
less
not doing a
detailed.
separate recap. I'm just talking with
Yeah,
you about it, and then that's it until we talk
yeah,
again on Sunday. Because
yeah.
I can't overwhelm myself. I'm
Right,
already
yeah. You
got
got a
other
lot going
stuff.
on. So I
Yeah,
was
I don't
trying to
want to.
make this tighter so we can make it a little shorter. We
Yeah,
almost made it. We almost made
yeah,
it.
yeah.
All right,
All
good
right, y'all.
people.
I appreciate everybody. DeMarcus, Tamika, Sally, Kendall. Great to see you. People tonight. Matthew, crazy self.
Mhm.
Who else we had? Shayna stopped through. Moochie was here.
Detroit Kings.
Yeah, Detroit. Torian stopped in.
Hmm.
Um, yeah. So
Yeah,
we're
familiar on
yeah, we're a
Bel-Air.
good crew. So we definitely appreciate all y'all as always. And we shall see y'all soon.
See you good people. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button, y'all. See you good people in the next video. Peace.
Bye.
Oh, that's about to pop off.
Are we back? Good night.